think we're good. Okay. Poche, Ani, Buju, welcome to the Quilts for Survivors sewing studio here in South Porcupine. We are on Treaty 9 territory and part of the Matagami First Nation traditional territory. I am Vanessa. If you don't know who I am, my name is Vanessa. My spirit name is Summer Sky Woman, and I'm from Missinaba Cree First Nation, and that's about 3.5 hours from here or so. I've lived in Timmins for a couple of years now. Actually a couple of decades now, and all my kids still live here, so that's really fun. And I've been quilting for 37 years, so a very long time, but having a lot of fun. And this past couple of weeks, I got to teach our summer students how to sew. Some of them had some experience, but they're binding and making tops and really helping out here this summer. It's a little humid out today. It's trying to rain really hard. I don't think it's going to do it, but maybe it will, who knows? So we are now going live with our donations here on our Facebook group, Quilts for Survivors, but also over on our YouTube channel, Quilts for Survivors. So if we're just trying something a little different, we're trying to reach everyone. Not everyone uses Facebook. So we're trying to spread the word that we are here. We are making quilts for survivors of residential school, day school, and 60 Scoop, as well as other trauma suffered by Indigenous people, and for intergenerational survivors as well. So a little bit, so I welcomed you. Thank you for joining. If you're watching live or on the replay, let us know where you're joining from today. So let us know where you're coming from. That's always fun to know. I know there's always new people coming on our lives for the first time, or maybe they just haven't checked in. So hi, Jean. I know you had messaged me. I've just been a little busy. So if you want to call me after this live, I should be able to have a chat. So that I apologize for not getting back to you. And always thank you for your continued support, whether it's through sharing who we are and what we do, or whether it's through a donation of some sort, thread, fabric, rotary blades, stray pins, shipping boxes, some money to help with overhead costs, whatever it is, we really, really appreciate it. No nonprofit could run without the support of its volunteers and its supporters and community members. So we really need you. Trying to access grants is a lot of work. Trying to get approved for said grants is a lot of work, but in the past 3 weeks, I have applied to about 15 different grants. So let's hope, some of them are tiny grants, but let's hope that the Creator has some of those for us. And we're very grateful to all of our sponsors and our supporters. So thank you again for that. So a quick update on the quilt numbers. That's always important. We always have hundreds of quilts in different stages of being finished. I say that, and then I think of our orphan blocks and how we collected over 30,000 orphan blocks. So we have thousands of quilts in different stages of being completed. And again, thank you to all our volunteers who are helping to assemble these blocks and tops. We're going to have a couple of videos up on our YouTube channel putting blocks together. So I'll kind of walk you through my process of how I assemble things. One of our volunteers made this beautiful quilt with various size blocks, and it turned out really great. And I think the idea could work with various blocks. So we're going to have her quilt ready to display once it's bound. So we have now presented, or are in the process of presenting, because some of them are on their way to be shipped, 9,120 quilts to survivors across Canada, US, and a few internationally as well, depending on where the survivor lives. Every one of these quilts represents someone who matters. Every quilt represents comfort, reconciliation, and the knowledge that someone cares. Our vision remains the same, to see that every living survivor receives a quilt. So if you haven't requested a quilt, please do so. Go to our website, www.quiltsforsurvivors.ca, and request a quilt. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes to complete the form. And we just ask that you put one name per request. So you can request as many quilts as you want, but please, it's easier for us internally to know how many quilts we need to make, how many quilts are, in the queue, how many names are waiting to receive a quilt, if it's one name per. And then no one is missed, and we don't want to miss anyone. So that's why we ask that you do that. All right. This week, we already have 15 quilts ready to ship. That number may grow before the end of the week is over. So tomorrow, we're not here on Friday, but tomorrow there may be a few more quilts that are completed. We have, I don't know, maybe 30 quilts that need just binding. And I know some of our lovely volunteers have some quilts at home that they're working on. So there's always hugs in the process of being completed and ready to be shipped. Each package we send is more than fabric and thread. It's a hug, it's recognition, it's a reminder that survivors have not been forgotten. Thank you to every volunteer, quilter, donor, and supporter who makes this possible. It costs us $30 approximately to ship a hug, and we ask that if you can, send $5 to help us with our shipping of hugs, because we definitely don't want the quilts just sitting here. We want to get them shipped out. And we rely very heavily on our supporters and our donors. So thank you very much for that. As always, we rely on donations to keep us quilting across Canada. We always are grateful for custom cotton fabric, quilt tops, finished quilts, batting, thread, and financial support as well. Many people don't realize that shipping one quilt costs about $30, and materials average around $250 per quilt. So we take your tops and your blocks, we sew them together, we finish them up, then we bring them downstairs. We've always supplied the batting and the backing, and sometimes you guys do as well, and that's really appreciated. So that's where a lot of the cost for the materials is in the batting and the backing. Every donation, no matter the size, helps us continue this work. And it really is. Someone dropped off a couple of packages of rotary blades to this Quilts for Survivors booth at Quilt Canada. And that really helped us out. That really is important. We don't have to now go buy those. We've added them to where we store our rotary blades. We were able to change blades on our rotary cutters. And it really helps us out, because being able to cut the fabric cleanly is really important. We don't want to waste the lovely donations that we've received. All right, before we get into we're going to now go into the donations, and then I'll come back and talk a little bit more with you. So let's get into those donations. Let's see how some of you have chosen to bless our survivors and to be a part of this wonderful community that we are. So this is from Darlene, and she's out of Coquitlam, BC. It says it's orphan blocks. We're not counting the orphan blocks anymore, but we're still accepting. So if you want to send us some, we will gladly accept them. Oh my goodness, they're all over the floor. Okay. I think I can put them here without covering up the screen. Yeah. So there's some half square triangles. I'll just set them here on the table. There's some pinwheels. Oh, they're all pinwheels. Look at that. That's really pretty. A little square. Not sure what size that is. It looks like she has them kind of organized by size. So I'm going to try not to mix them up. We'll get our students to put them away. Oh, there's a block. It looks like it's half finished. Here's some more. Oh my goodness. Here's some fun little scrappy blocks. This one is, some strips. Every piece of fabric is worth saving, I tell you. And then some larger blocks. There was one here that looked, where they fussy cut little things out in the middle. That's really fun. So thank you for those. I don't know if there was a note attached. It doesn't look like it. Here's some more. Oh, cool block. Check that out. That's really cool. Just throw that block in there. Those are the same size. Then there's some more here, some odd sizes. Oh, some teeny ones. I've been collecting the teeny ones. Anything under 4 inches comes to me. And then just some fun. Ooh, there's a little ladybug. Check that out. That's really cute. Oh, I dropped it. All right, so there's some blocks. Thank you, Darlene, for those. Now I think this package is also from her. Yep, it is. Darlene out of Quilts, BC. So another box. These came at two different times. I think one was Monday and one was today. So thank you for that. Oh, these are quilt tops. So let's take a look. Oh, binding. Binding to go with the top. So this is going to be great. I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this table. I also want to give a big shout out to our students, our student staff, our summer students. They have cleaned this place up and it looks great. They've really, I don't think it's ever been so clean. I'm quite pleased. I have a hard time remembering to empty the garbage. So all my garbages are empty, which is amazing. If you ask my dad, he'll tell you. Because he's come over a few times and been like, sweetheart, empty your garbage. This is so fun, all these different blocks. Look at that. So that's one thing we can do with our orphan blocks is just put some sashing and borders. Here's another one. Ooh, this one's all blue. Very nice. Ooh, this one has smaller blocks. Oh, no, maybe not. This is one big block. So let me show you this. Ooh, that's fun. There we go. Just trying to show all of these wonderful blocks. So if you hear noises in the background, it's our summer students working hard to get those hugs ready to be shipped out. Oh, and some more orphan blocks in there. This is cool. I like this idea. Those are really tiny little squares. That looks really cool. So we do have all of the blocks that you have previously sent are all organized. There's nothing that has not been put away, put in a bin in its size, and we're very grateful for that. So all 30,000 plus have been put away. So here's a bunch of orphan blocks in a variety of sizes. So thank you, Darlene. I'm sure you're sending other people's blocks. Really appreciate all the people who said, who took on the initiative to collect the blocks. We really, really appreciate it. And it means a lot to have someone organize that and do that for us. So this is a little later, as these are quilts 4 and 5 of the 100 days, 100 blocks, did the blocks on time. Life took a turn. Oh, these are those quilts. Some of those quilts are made with blocks. I did 100 blocks in 100 days a few years ago, not realizing how much actual work that is to have a block every month. But we had a lot of fun doing that. And I think I got all the blocks done or close to it. This year, I did do another 100 blocks, not in 100 days though, 100 blocks in 6 months or something. I think it took me 5 months, and I made little 6.5-inch blocks. And I did that over TikTok. So thank you for that. I will read the rest of your note. And we really, really appreciate all of your help and all of your support. So thank you to Darlene and your group or your people. We all have people who support us. So thank you for that. Now this is from Jay out of Calgary, Alberta. All right, so thank you, Jay. These are orphan blocks, more orphan blocks. So the girls, my summer students are all women, so they will be putting away these blocks for us. There's lots of beautiful blocks. Oh, this one, I want to look at this one. Hang on. I want to look. I'm curious to see what this one is. So it's from Jay. There's no card that I saw. Check this out. Isn't that amazing? Like, look at that. It's foundation paper piece. That is crazy. Crazy cool. I'm sure if we put like a border around it, we can really get it really cool. And then I got an idea for that. I think I can make something cool with that. And all my little blocks. So stay tuned. I will have something to show you at some point in the upcoming future. So I did do a video with our block of the month for this month. If you're interested, those are done on YouTube, on TikTok. I do make another big block. I'll show you. That'd be good with scraps. It's a really fun block. All right. I do a lot of sewing, personal sewing on TikTok. I go live randomly, so if you're interested in that. Sometimes I also use our YouTube channel, and I'll teach a block or the block of the month. I did the Dreamcatcher quilt on YouTube, and I'm doing the Possibilities quilt by Charisma Horton on there. So if you're interested in just sewing along with me, maybe in the evenings, because that's usually when I go on, that's where I am. That's where I'm at. So you can check it out. Hi, Trap. Hi, Joyce. Nice to see everyone. So Monica was in. Monica is from Innisfil, Ontario, and she has driven up 3 times now to come and help out at our studio. And we really appreciate having her. She has lots of quilting knowledge, and we all possess different skills, and her skills really help us out. She likes to put borders on quilts. She likes to assemble orphan blocks, and she took a lot of the blocks that were quilt as you go and put them together. So that was really great because not everyone enjoys quilt as you go. But she also brought up some donations. So she brought up some orphan blocks that have been put away. So thank you to those who donated those. And she brought up a top. She didn't make this, but one of her friends did. So there's her top. I just wanted to make sure that we show it before we hang it up. And then her friends also made this quilt. Now, it didn't have a label, but we've put a label on it. I believe we did. I think we did. Pretty sure we did. If not, we'll still have to do it. No, wait. Trying to find the other corner. Oh my goodness, this quilt it's huge. No, there's no label on it. There's got to be a label on it somewhere. Come on, nope. Okay, we still need to put a label on this. So this quilt, I can't even hold it up myself. It's just too big. I'm going to throw it on the back of this couch. So here is this beautiful quilt that's massive that we will get to a survivor. And it's beautiful. And thank you to whoever made it. I believe she told me your name, but we didn't write it down. And I don't know, maybe she didn't want to be recognized publicly. But I will put a label on it. Looks like we forgot that. All right, so thank you for those. I think I got all, yes. Thank you for all those beautiful donations. That really helps us out, and we're very grateful. So thank you. So again, we are now doing our lives on this group here, Facebook, our Facebook group, and on our YouTube channel, Quilts for Survivors. So check it out. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. That would be great. All right, a couple more tidbits of information. So we are updating our website. Our website was hacked. So sometimes when you click on a link or something, it takes you to like prescriptions or something like that. Like it takes you to some wonky page. We apologize for that. That really has nothing to do with us or exactly. It's the link. So you have to type it in your search bar as opposed to clicking on a link in some cases. And that's where we've contacted people and they tell us it's our problem. We're just getting a whole new website and that will replace the website. So it'll be a whole new look, a whole new feel. And we're hoping that that will go live next week. I will keep you up to date and definitely let you know when that goes live. When it does go live, you'll be able to join our, let me just turn this, our quilt. Where is that quilt? There it is. You'll be able to sign up for our mystery quilt, our class quilt for next year. There's more than that block, but that's one of the blocks in the quilt. And we're really excited about it. We'll have all of the information available shortly on what fabric requirements you need and things like that. So you can check that out. And that will be available once our new website goes live. So on there, you'll be, we have been working behind the scenes to make it easier for people to request a quilt, submit survivors' names, volunteer, donate, learn about Quilts for Survivors. And it seems really easy. A lot of valuable information is there, and we hope that you'll find it easy to navigate. Not that there was anything wrong with our website, but it is good to get it. It was taking a lot of time for our studio manager, Kat, to update that. You kind of need someone who knows what they're doing to really get it where we wanted it. And so we were able to work with a company out of Toronto and get them to really update our website. So I'm really excited to see it live and to have this nice handy tool that can really help us spread the word of what we do and get us more names for our list. Coming up in only 80 days, is our Orange You Glad We're Sewing Retreat, the 4th annual sewing retreat. Tickets are available through Eventbrite, and you can join us online as well if you can't make the trip. It's 4 days of sewing, learning, friendship, healing, community, and supporting survivors together. So you come here to the Quilts for Survivors studio, you work with our tools, with all of these beautiful orphan blocks, you help with the tops, you do some binding. There's always something to do, and you're not stuck just doing your own thing. Also, when the website launches, we will talk about our core blocks. We have 7 core blocks, and we're going to chat a little bit about those, but I'm going to wait till the website is live, and then we'll talk about those. And we'll have those ready for the sewing retreat as well. But we have lots of different things, and we're going to have samples of how to assemble the orphan blocks so that you're not feeling overwhelmed. You're able to just kind of go, okay, I need this. I need, 10 this size blocks, 15 of these size blocks, and some borders. And then we can work together to get those done. If we have, if time allows, we will make some kits so that you just take a kit and then you sit down and you sew it together with help from a friend, or you can do it by yourself. So we'll have different kits available. People often ask, how can I support Quilts for Survivors? So there's always a way. You can sew a quilt, make a couple of blocks. You can come in and volunteer at the studio, even if you don't live here. You take a trip and come up and see us and hang out with us for a couple of days. Donate supplies, help cover shipping costs, become a monthly donor, and we'll have options like this on our new website. Share our posts with family and friends, because you never know who you know is a survivor. Submit the name of a survivor through our website so we can continue reaching those who are still waiting. Every share, every dollar, every stitch makes a difference. So again, thank you for believing in what we're doing. Thank you for participating. Thank you for giving of your time and your skill set to help us out. One of our volunteers, I've often talked about her, Hazel, she said, I don't quilt, I don't sew, I don't know what I can do to help. And she's the designer of our labels that go on every quilt. So not all 9,120 quilts have her label on them, but most of them do. She came in pretty early and said, and I was looking for someone to make me labels without really asking. And she took it upon herself to do that for me, and it's amazing. And we've been using them ever since. And I really appreciate her. So now that 9,120 survivors have now received a quilt, because thousands decided kindness matters, you've made a difference. And the support, you can really feel it. You can really sense that support. And I really appreciate it. It brings a lot of peace to my life, knowing that you guys are out there helping me create these beautiful hugs that we can send off to survivors, and that you care about my people and my relations and what we've gone through as nations. That's really important, and that really matters. So a huge thank you from me. I don't think there are words to describe how I feel, knowing that there's so many people who are helping us out, and a big thank you to the survivors who allow us to make them a quilt. And that means a lot. So thank you very much. So together we'll keep sewing, we'll keep shipping hugs. Thank you very much for all of your support. It means a lot. Don't forget to sign up for our sewing retreat. There's still a few tickets left. If you need anything, please email Vanessa at quiltsforsurvivors.ca. Kat is still off on medical leave. So if you pray, you can share that with Creator, and we'll hope to have her back soon. Thank you again for all of your continued support. We really, really appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you again next time. Chimigwech.